Well, welcome back to the tavern and the yard. Here for another lovely weekend. It's Thursday afternoon, June 18th, and I'm going to give it a walkthrough and see what's happened. It's been almost 5 days since I've been here, and see what we've had grown, and just take a quick look and a run around to see how the yard has been doing over the last week. Let's take a look-see what we've got for a week away. Okay, off we go. Alright, now I'm kind of realizing I finally got a greenhouse on order, and having that greenhouse on order means that I'll have to pick another location for doing the sweep, because in about 3 weeks right in front of you is going to be a greenhouse, so you won't be able to see the yard, so I'll have to change my pitch location. We'll start that tomorrow morning, just knowing that that is coming. But this will be the last pitch from this particular location here. Let's have a look, see what we got. Okay, nothing in the pitch around has changed all that much, and it just looks like the usual yard. So let's have a good gander at everything and see what we got going. Okay, first off, kiwi in the corner, doing quite nicely. It's wrapped up the fence, got to get it wrapping down the fence now. Pear in this corner here actually has a single pear on it. Say whoop whoop. Is that there? One single pear. Alright, and we got flowers coming up in this bed down here. Looks like the sunflowers are coming up quite nicely. I have to do starts next year, so I have things growing here by the end of June. Planting so many seeds late, a lot of things are really slow to catch up right now. Kiwi down over this way is looking pretty good. It's got itself wrapped up on that fence quite nicely. We got here, plants are a little wilty. It's a nice hot 26 degrees out today with some sunshine, which is nice. Onions are looking good. Let's go on back here to past the back patio grass and have a look, see what we got. Well, look at that cilantro, it's going nuts. It's enjoying itself. Kiwi back in that corner, doing quite nice. Bamboo's doing okay, it's stable. Got the one plant right there though, that one, that's got all kinds of shoots and all kinds of growth. It's added a foot of growth in a week. So we got the other pear tree here, doing good, seems to be happy. Patio grass area is looking good. Okay, let's go check out this mess over here. Onions are looking good there. Tomatoes and peppers and more onions. Bales of hay. Pepper's looking good there. Look at that pepper. Holy smokes. We're going to have a nice pepper there. Yeah, that's going to be quite the beauty. Let's see if we can get the camera down there a little closer to it. There it is. Look at that. Okay. Squash and stuff. The celery plant over here is doing good. Parsley's looking good. The celery's looking pretty good. Again, looking a little peaked up. That's going to seed. I'm going to have celery seed. Echinacea. Where's my bloom? Oh, there's my bloom. It's hiding. It's just now coming into full bloom. Let's take a look at that right there. Full bloom. Kale's starting to grow up real quite nicely. We're about to start getting some lots of heat here. A couple more peppers right there. That's my hot taco pepper. Artichoke. Might choke Arta, but it won't choke me. No, as my buddy said in high school, might choke Andy, but it won't choke me. Pretty handy jokes. We got our new skull mounted. Looks good. I think I gotta make that into my logo. So, ooh, the tomatoes in there are starting to grow. We got pumpkins starting to come up. Gotta give this stuff lots of water here this evening. Look at that seed from the what are they called now? Gotta love when your brain does that. Turnips. Turnips are a beautiful seed. Bugs floating around it. Excellent. Lettuce is wilted. Oh, it looks like that celery died on me. Tomatoes have got some flowers on them. Small tomato plants are hanging in there. Look at this broccoli though. Holy smokes. That's like 1 week. It's like 1 week. It's like bursting. We're going to have to cut this really soon. These are small, tight heads of broccoli. Maybe the heat. That's interesting. Cabbages. Don't see the cabbage forming yet. Oh, there's one. Oh, there. Gotta be careful. Yep, that's the cabbage. It's forming up. Cauliflowers are looking good. Ooh, that one's nice right down in there. Potatoes, beans, snap peas. I better start looking for the peas. Should be producing soon. Strawberries are looking pretty good. They're recovering nicely. Got one ripe berry there. Okay. Onions, garlic, doing good. Very few weeds since we packed it up. This bed here has been the best. We got to harvest some spinach tomorrow. Oh, we're going to get some poppy flowers here. Alright. Come back here in the corner. In the new bed. And around the tree. Rhubarb is looking good. It's recovering, sending out fresh leaves. Yeah, those are looking good. No new growth there. Don't see any apples on here yet though. See lots of flowers. Huh, leaves are looking okay. Let's see. Oops, gotta be careful. Fresh bed, crush it. Oh, the aphids are gone. Looks like the ladybugs did their job. That's nice. Here's what I gotta move. 5 yards of mulch. That's tomorrow morning's project. Is way too hot to move mulch right now. And finish up this bed. These are my major projects this weekend. 5 yards of mulch in this bed to the right. Plums are looking good. How's the cherries? Do we have any cherries that are starting to look like they might ripen on us? Oh, look at that. Right there. Right there. Look at that. We're gonna get a handful of cherries off this tree. Just a handful. That's 3 cherries. Maybe we only get 3. Oh, there's 4 or 5. We're gonna get 6 cherries off this tree. That's sad. I have to figure out why I didn't get any cherry set this year. Maybe it's an alternating thing. Yeah, we're gonna get about maybe a dozen cherries off of it. We're gonna get lots of plums though. Always get lots of plums. Plums are all over. Okay, well that pretty much covers everything. Wood's all moved. I've shown you all that. Got that dirt. That's pretty much it. So I gotta get the wagon and go move some stuff. Or you might see the wagon move stuff before you get to hear about me. It's kind of a useful tool. Alright, off we go. Good morning. Welcome back to the tavern and the yard. Well, it's another start of another weekend here at the yard, and got my final load of mulch to get moved. And that's my final load of dirt and mulch for quite some time, I think. That's what I'll be working on today, getting the mulch moved, getting the paths all cleaned up, and then doing some organization in and around the beds, and then doing the one final bed over there on the other side. So it's a nice bright sunny morning here, a little bit of overcast skies, so it should be a nice day. Probably going to be quite hot. Got to remember to drink lots. Last time I did this on a sunny day and didn't drink enough, I ended up with massive muscle cramps at the end of the day for dehydration. So remember to drink when you're out in the sun. Lots and lots of liquids. So it's going to be a great day, and this will be the first one where I'm going to switch to the new point of view for the yard overview, considering that I made mention in the overview from when I got here yesterday evening, and that I have a greenhouse on order. So the greenhouse space is going to get filled, and that little corner I've been filming from is going to be blocked pretty soon by a greenhouse. Probably about 2 or 3 weeks. And the greenhouse will be here in about a week or two, and then after that we'll get in the base and get the greenhouse up. Probably have the greenhouse up before the end of July with a little luck. So without much further ado, let's pop to my new point of view, because I have to also remember that the deck is going to be in place here too. And when the deck comes in, I'm going to have to change the complete point of view for everything if I want to get the overview of the yard. I may have to do the overview from the top of the deck once that gets in, although that'll be a little odd. At any rate, let's take a look at the yard and see what we got. Alright, since it's sunny and this yard points due west, which is what we're looking at now, you're looking at due west of the yard where the sun rises, we get a little bit of solar glare. So I'm going to have to do an evening overview just to get everything looking good. So let's go down here. Alright, so that's the corner over there. Let's get the overview of the entire yard here. Now, starting about right here, the deck is going to come in here, and so this half of the yard won't be in there when the deck is built. The deck is, we're going to be starting on the deck in about a week and a half. So the deck will probably be finished before the end of July too. So 2 major projects left in the yard. Alright, well that's pretty much it for the overview. Let's take a gander around for a nice walkthrough. Let's do an opposite walkthrough this time. Something different. Start over here. Got the bed with the lettuce and the spinach and the carrots and the radishes. It's looking pretty good. Everything was looking a bit peaked when I got here yesterday. Hadn't been watered in several days, so it was a little limp, so gave it lots of water. Got this bed here. Got some new ferns right there that I'm going to plant in these stumps. Give it a little bit more of a forestry feel here as this garden grows up, and I try to get more of the native plants in here to help off-put some of what I'm doing with the artificial plants such as onions and garlic. That rhubarb there has bounced back nicely since I cleaned up that section of the bed. That's all looking good. That rhubarb there is starting to come back very nicely after it got beat up a little bit. So I have faith that the other rhubarbs will grow back quite nicely once I finish up this bed. This bed along here. I'll be doing a chunk of that later this afternoon. Strawberries are looking better. Looks like they've got some berries set. I need to do a little pruning. Sweet peas are looking good over here. We got some squash and cucumbers that are getting ready to start growing quite nicely in there. Potatoes are fantastic. They're flowering now, so it means there's going to be potatoes set in there. cherry tree. Let's take a look there. Can I get up there? That's it, right there. There we go, my 3 cherries. Huh, that's just the way it is. Figured out that the cherry tree didn't set. It bloomed beautifully, but it didn't set. And the biggest reason I can think of after doing some research is that we didn't have enough pollinators in the yard yet. So by next year we'll have enough. We've got some mason bees that'll be hatching. We're building them out. Going to put a new fern in right here. Woodshed's looking pretty good. Roof will be going on that this weekend. Huh, that's weird. What's wrong with the camera? Huh, had a glitch. Let's hope it recorded everything. Okay, so woodshed's looking pretty good. All the plants through here are looking good. Got cardboard laid down in different places. Grass patio is looking great. All of the bamboo is growing really well. Got a couple of new boxes here which are going to go in between these 2 beds. Seemed like a good place for them. Somebody gave me a couple of boxes that mount on a 4x4, and I was looking for something different, so I'm going to be filling those, and I'm not sure what I'm going to plant there yet, but we'll get something. Worm bin is in excellent shape. Checked on that yesterday. I got my elk skull. Everything else is looking really good shape throughout the yard. Well, that pretty much covers it. It's a good walkthrough. There's not a lot to cover here. You can see there's some old cardboard. It's the way, if you're getting lots of box deliveries and you're working on a garden, get those boxes and put them down underneath whatever you're doing. Helps kill the grass and the weeds. Alright, well that's about it. It's time to get this show on the road. Off we go.
She shows up at my door just to say hello. We walk by the river, spend hours skipping stones. She tells me her secrets and calls me her best friend. She don't know she loves me yet. When she feels like crying, she knows I'll make her laugh. I'm the one she turns to when something turns out bad. Knows I'll take her mind off what she needs to forget. She don't know she loves me yet. No, it's not wishful dreaming. Feeling is believing. We're like a jigsaw puzzle, a lock without a key. Apart there's something missing, together we're complete. We're made for each other, I've known that since we met. But she don't know she loves me yet. No, it's not wishful dreaming. What I'm feeling, I'm believing. Meant to be together in each other's arms, dancing in the moonlight, kissing in the dark. I know it's gonna happen, it's not if, it's when. She don't know she loves me yet. No, she don't know she loves me yet.
drive a truck. You talk about your good luck. I love driving in my rig, just smoking on a cig. I think I'll stop for some gas. I'll pinch a waitress on the ass. Some people say I'm kinda rough, but what the hell, I drive a truck. Yeah, I drive a truck. I can't seem to get enough of hauling big heavy loads across 1,000 different roads. Ain't got no need to pray. I got religion every day. When I hear that diesel roar, it's like I'm hearing the Lord. Jake on down the hill and maybe take another pill. I'll jet those gears till I die. I sit about 10 feet high. That Yugo looks like an ant. My engines blow him off the map. Yeah, I drive a truck. I can't seem to get enough of hauling big heavy loads across 1,000 different roads. For some gas, I'll pitch a waitress on the ass. Some people say I'm kinda rough, but what the hell, I drive a truck.
Let me hear that sound, that beautiful sound of the trumpets blowing as Jesus comes down. Let me hear it soon, that beautiful tune only Gabriel can play. Let me hear it today or someday soon. Let me hear that sound, let me see that light shining all around and making it bright. Let the trumpet play and the angels sing, carry me away upon their wings. Let me see that light, that beautiful light only Jesus can bring, be it day or night. Let me see it shine, yes, in my lifetime, across the eastern sky. Yes, before I die, please let it shine. Let me hear that sound, let me see that light shining all around and making it bright. Let the trumpet play and the angels sing, carry me away upon their wings. Let me hear that sound, let me see that light. Let me hear that sound, let me see that light.
Well, good morning. Welcome back to the tavern and the yard. It's another lovely day here up in the middle reaches of Vancouver Island, and here to showcase and talk about what I did yesterday. I didn't get a lot of video from yesterday, unfortunately. I got so focused and just busy, I forgot to run the camera. but we'll showcase this morning everything I did accomplish yesterday, which was a fair amount, and it was a busy day. It was a good day, nice and warm, bits of sun here and there. A little bit damp this morning. It's not raining currently, but it rained overnight. So hopefully it gets nice and clear for the garden party tomorrow, because having a few friends over to showcase and enjoy and have some burgers and other fun stuff here at the yard. Now, as I mentioned yesterday in yesterday's opener, I have to change the position of the yard showcase because, of course, I have a greenhouse on order, which will be here in another couple of weeks, and it's going to take up that major space showcasing the yard, and we'll use the central points of the yard until we start building the deck. Now, once I build the deck, I'm not certain where I'm going to be able to showcase the yard from. I'll have to go to the other angle. Maybe we'll end up looking at the back of the house instead of the back fence. So, who knows? At any rate, it's one of those mornings that, well, it's going to be a good day. I got another 2 yards of mulch to finish moving. I got some beds to finish cleaning up and some tidying bits and pieces here and there just to finish some of the beautification that's going on in the yard right now, which is basically what I'm down to for the most part. Is I'm down to beautification on everything and organizing. I mean, pretty soon I've got a lot of digging to do. I got to build a foundation for the greenhouse. We've got 8 holes to dig for the posts for the deck, and there's a lot that's going on. But without much further ado, let's pop into it and get a gander around the yard and see what we got. Alright, let's start back here in the central portion. Get that sort of centered. Let's take a good look. Go nice and smoothly across the yard. You can see the mulch is more complete through everything. Paths are looking a whole lot better. Get the beds out there. There we go. A few things set up. Okay. Let's take a look, let's go for a walk, see what we got. Let's see what everything is in the yard. Let's start in the corner over here, of course. I'll still be able to walk back in the corners and take a look. Got the kiwi, looking really healthy. She's going to be a beaut. It's wrapped up around the fence. We got some nice flowers coming up in this garden here. You can see we got the new path along here. It's going to be beside the greenhouse. It's looking pretty good down through here. Poppies are looking pretty good up in there. See the mulch pile's getting a little lower. I'm going to show you the reasons why in a bit. Let's take a look, see what we got. Back here, cilantro. It's doing really well. We don't need it to go to bolt. Did some work on the grass patio. Tossed in some more dirt and leveled it out a little bit. Rain's helpful to get it packed down. We'll leave it like this packing for the next week or so. We want this nice and smooth. Smooth as we can possibly get it. Bamboo. That bamboo plant is my hero, man. It is just going gangbusters. Need more bamboo to start doing that. Yeah, let's take a look. Moved a couple things around here. See, I moved the hay bales. Moved the hay bales over to a new spot. and start breaking those apart pretty soon. I'm going to bird. Let's see what we get a good look at that. Yeah, so wandering through, picking the bugs out, ants. I got lots of ants. Birds seem to love the ants. Laid out new mulch on everything. Mulched up the echinacea plants. Keep the weeds down. Partially mulched this bed here for plants that are already up. Stuff in the middle, they're too small to get the mulch around yet. As soon as that's done, we'll get the mulch around that. We mulched up this bed, help keep down the weeds and keep it moisturized. Experimenting with using minimal amounts of watering in the garden and seeing how long I can go. So the mulch is going to be a big factor in that. Created this area here, deadheaded it off, and right in this area here, right down in here, I'm going to build a pond in the coming months. Might be a project for next year. Moved a bunch of plants over this direction. Finally found a home for this with a creeping vine, fire something in it. Finished off this. So that'd be the altar and everything in it. Let's get a back shot of that so we can get a full view of it. There we go. So, got a bonsai plant in there, pots, got the bones out there. So that's all done up. See, I've relayed this out. Forgot to cover up this, taking out the mulch out to this full area here. It's no longer grass. It's all cardboarded underneath. We cleaned up this area here. Gonna let this go back to grass. Decided that everything on the back side of these is all going to be grass because the deck is coming out to about where you see that chair, and we won't really need the grass. Planted in a lavender plant. Looks like a great place for the elk skull. Harvested up one of my cauliflowers yesterday. Should have had that done. Mulched up the raspberries. This area here is what's getting the rest of the mulch today. Everything up through here. Finish up this path for mulching and a little bit up through that area there. And as you can see from this path here, this is the one that leads out the back gate. Got the mulch completed down that path. We'll start finishing up this bed off here to the left. Get that all cleared out, finished up. Not much in the strawberries or the snap peas, and the snap peas are doing fantastic now. They've recovered quite beautifully. Should start producing snap peas real soon. Got to harvest some spinach and lettuce and some more what the hell are they called again? You gotta love when your brain does that. Not really. Oh, and we got some of them going to seed. And we got these radishes. Thank you, brain. Got the radishes going to seed. A couple of them going to seed. So looking forward to collecting those. This area here again, nice and clean and clear. So planted the ferns in here. You see those ferns down in there. Hopefully they recover and they get themselves well rooted into those things there. They're going to look kind of cool. Lots of other miscellaneous things throughout the yard. That's pretty much everything. Oh, one more fern. Put a fern down in that one right there. So That should do really well in there. Oh, and one other nice useful bit of news. Almost forgot. We got the roof on top of the woodshed. So the wood's going to stay nice and dry now. All we got to do is get shingles on it, but that'll be a job for another day. One item at a time. Can only accomplish so much in a single day. It's amazing how much work needs to be done. Oh, added another tomato plant too. As if I don't have enough tomato plants. Once the tomatoes start ripening in this garden, it's going to be Tomato City, and peppers on top of it. Fresh salsa, anyone? Cilantro, onions. I got everything for salsa. I got cilantro, I got onions, I got peppers, got tomatoes. Yeah, 100% true fresh salsa. All right, that's it. Let's get the yard opened up and get the day started.
Take me where crickets play like a symphony. My sister's driven these streets about 10,000 times. Her memories on these hills like the honeysuckle vines. My footprints can still be found at the creek behind our house. That's where you can find me, sun up to sundown. And that's where my heart belongs. Take me where crickets play like a symphony, where the sweet night air allows me to finally breathe, where that old wooden dock sits off of a Lake Marie. We'll flow down the water real slow. Take me where that dirt runs out of a road. 21 comes slow but goes by way too fast. So we tore up that bar hoping we could make it last. I bet they're still sitting there talking about you and me. Who knew 4 walls off Main Street is where we'd feel most free. Yeah, that's where my heart belongs. Take me where crickets play like a symphony, where the sweet night air allows me to finally breathe, where that old wooden dock sits off of a Lake Marie. We'll flow down the water real slow. Take me where that dirt runs out of a road. I want that only thing lighting up the sky to be that Carolina moon and that one neon sign. Take me where crickets play like a symphony, where the sweet night air allows me to finally breathe, where that old wooden dock sits off of a Lake Marie. We'll flow down the water real slow. Take me where that dirt runs out of a road. Take me where that dirt runs out of a road.
I'm free. I'm free. It's over now 'cause I'm leaving town, and we just couldn't find that perfect sound. And I wanted more than you could steal, but it's alright now 'cause I just can't feel it. Don't know me anymore, and
6 a.m. traffic jam. Hurry up and wait. Late for work, boss is a jerk. He's gonna dock your pay. Flat tire, you're fired. Trouble's all you know. When your world's gone to the dogs and you're the bone. You can be the one doing the biting, or get chewed up and spit out. You can be the one doing the biting, or take it lying down. Pit bulls make all the rules. That's the way it goes. When your world's gone to the dogs and you're the bone. Stranded in the rain, bankrupt, get done, just a routine day. Rent's due, what's new? Life keeps throwing stones. When your world's gone to the dogs and you're the bone. You can be the one doing the biting, or get chewed up and spit out. You can be the one doing the biting, or take it lying down. Pit bulls make all the rules. That's the way it goes. When your world's gone to the dogs and you're the bone. Well, pit bulls make all the rules. That's the way it goes. When your world's gone to the dogs and you're the bone. Oh, you're the bone, yeah. You're the bone, yeah.
Before I learned to walk, I crawled on my knees. Looking up, I saw a world just beyond my reach. I cried in desperation till I finally figured out, if I stood on my own, nothing could keep me down. I climbed that mountain just to see what was on the other side. On the other side. Thank God for mountains. Without them, I'd have never touched the sky. By the time I turned 18, I was going on 42, with nothing left worth doing and nothing left to prove. Then life said not so fast, boy, and gave me a wake-up call. I found myself surrounded by a jagged granite wall. I climbed that mountain just to see what was on the other side. On the other side. Thank God for mountains. Without them, I'd have never learned to fly. There's always something to get over. Some things you just can't walk around. The choice was mine to make. Go back the way I came, or keep moving, never looking down. So I climbed that mountain just to see what was on the other side. On the other side. Thank God for mountains. Without them, I'd have never touched the sky. I climbed that mountain just to see what was on the other side. On the other side. Thank God for mountains. Without them, I'd have never learned to fly.
God made the rivers and God made the streams. He filled them with fishes, then He filled man's head with dreams. God made the mountains and God made the seas, and God made a woman who would do just what she pleased. God made a woman naked and free. He said, do what you want to do, but just don't touch my tree, tree, tree. Well, Eve didn't listen, she paid him no mind. She picked her some fruit, ate it down with the rind, rind, rind. It always tastes better when the fruit is forbidden. The grass is always greener than where you've been sitting. Pain and forgiveness, guilt and regret. When you're messing with God, that's what you get. When you're messing with God, that's what you get. God made the forest and God made the plains. He filled them with critters, then He filled man's head with pain. God made the birdies and God made the bees, and God made a woman who would do just what she pleased. God made a woman free as a bird. He said, do what you want to do, but just keep your word, word, word. Well, Eve didn't listen, she paid her no mind. She picked her some fruit, ate it down with a rind, rind, rind. It always tastes better when the fruit is forbidden. The grass is always greener than where you've been sitting. Pain and forgiveness, guilt and regret.